Hey everyone, this is Dustin Kirby from Foundational Facility Management Consulting, and today I wanted to talk to you about a few ways to reduce your costs. As facility managers, facility directors, whatever your title may be, we're always looking for ways to cut costs. And with that, we don't want to lose value in the services that we're either having provided or that we're providing for our church. But are there ways we can tighten the belts? And definitely there are. Some ways that if I'm going through any facility, a couple of the quick things I'll look for are weather stripping on your doors and your windows. You would be surprised how many doors let it shut and then from the inside look at the seal on the side of your door and the bottom and top of your door and see, can you see daylight through there? If you can see daylight through there, then air is getting through there much easier. And whether it's cold outside, you're having heat loss, cold coming in, heat's leaving, or if it's hot outside, you're losing AC and you're allowing heat in the building. So same thing with your windows. A lot of times windows aren't as bad as doors, but those are two quick areas that you can identify ways to really reduce your costs. Another is your lighting. Paying up front for LED lights, yes, it does cost you more at the beginning to change to LED fixtures, or in some, you can just put LED light bulbs in your fixtures. It might cost you a little more at the beginning. It's worth it. They last longer and they reduce your cost and really help you reduce that bottom line. One thing that I like to do also is try to have as many light bulbs as possible. What I'm saying about that is you don't want to have 10 different light bulbs throughout your facility. It takes you longer to replace them, so time is money. And it's a lot harder to keep the inventory. It's a lot easier to keep inventory of the 2 or 3 different bulbs that you have throughout your facility, and it will allow you to change those a lot quicker. So expanding on that is your inventory. So your light bulbs, your HVAC filters, anything that you're keeping in stock, make sure that you try to have your facility set up with as many like items as possible. It's nice when your HVAC equipment takes the same filters. It's nice, like I said before, when your light fixtures take the same light bulbs. It allows you to keep a larger stock of one item so you can buy in bulk and save money. And then it allows you to have that easily on hand. You can easily find it and quickly find it, and then replace those things, which saves you time and money. So make sure too, if you've got an outside contractor that's supplying, maybe they're replacing your filters for your HVAC system. See if you can purchase the filters, because if they're buying the filters themselves, you know what? They're gonna tack on a cost to you. You know, they have to make money also, and if they have to take time to order the filters for you, to carry them in stock, you will pay for it. It's going to be less expensive for you to have those on site and they just come in and replace them. The next thing though I'm going to get to is your volunteer team. You build up a good volunteer team and it will save you so much money on your bottom line. Chances are throughout your church you've got many talented men and women that can perform different tasks. They do need somebody leading this. That's where you come in. They need someone that's organizing it, someone that's tracking it and scheduling it and making sure it's done. So you probably have multiple people in your church that instead of paying an outside company to change your HVAC filters monthly, or to change your ceiling tiles, or to change your light bulbs, you probably have people in your church that could be part of your volunteer team and do these items. Like I said before, it makes it even easier if you've got like items. If you've got 10 different ceiling tiles, if you've got 8 different light bulbs, and 12 different HVAC filters, you know what? That's frustrating. It's going to take them a lot longer to do, and there's a lot better chance that something gets screwed up. If you simplify it, it not only saves you money, it makes your team enjoy the work a little bit more, and it makes it less likely that there's an error. The wrong filter's in the wrong place, or they try and use the wrong light bulb, or a mismatched ceiling tile. So simplify and build out that volunteer team. It is worth your effort in doing that. One thing that will tell the tale for you is benchmarking. Make sure you get historical benchmark numbers for your church. This allows you to identify areas that you might need to invest in to save money. For example, if you've got historical data that shows that in the wintertime, maybe you're in a colder climate and you have a higher utility bill. Maybe your gas bill's higher. Maybe your electric's higher also. And you can see, okay, every winter, maybe from the fourth quarter of the year and the first quarter of the year might be your two largest utility bills, and maybe they're 5% more than the other months. If you start to see those drastically increase year over year, and from previous season to the next, there's going to be some inflation, but if it drastically increases, that immediately is a red flag that you have to identify what has went wrong. As I said before, maybe your weather stripping is needing replacement, and you're allowing a really cold draft in the building and the heat to escape easily. Maybe your HVAC equipment is not performing efficiently and you need a tune-up, or maybe you need a replacement. But either way, benchmarking will allow you to identify what needs to be done and when you see an issue. So make sure that you benchmark. Another area that I'll highlight really quickly, kind of going back to the light bulbs, is how you have your lighting system. I had said before, LED lights definitely can save you some money, but additionally, if you put in some motion sensors, if you've got some timers on maybe your exterior lights, that can save you money. While those 25 cents a day, 50 cents a day, whatever it might be, might not seem a lot at first, all of these little things add up to really save you money over time. So you're not burning you're not burning electricity when it's not needed. Areas of the church that aren't being used, the lights will be darker, except for your emergency lights. That's important. And then your exterior, you can adjust your timer each season so that they come on and go off at the proper time. There's no reason for you to be burning those exterior lights during the daytime. All that's doing is costing you money and reducing the life of those light bulbs. So those are some simple things that you can do to quickly reduce cost. Start with getting some historical data so you've got a benchmark. Once you've got that benchmark, identifying, okay, this is what I should be looking for each month, each season, so that you can quickly go back to this data. Also, make sure you're investing time in your volunteer team. You want to build a strong volunteer team, one that knows that they are appreciated and that they're valued. And one way to do that is to be organized and scheduled. So whenever they come, they know what they're going to be doing and where the supplies are. So that's keeping a good inventory. So with a good inventory, you can save money. You can buy in bulk. You can make sure that your stuff is labeled correctly, put in the correct area, and that you reduce the different amount of items you have for each trade. Like I said, your light bulbs, your ceiling tiles, your HVAC filters are just a few of the items that you'll probably keep in stock, but make sure that you go ahead and do that and keep those in stock. So with having that, putting that all together, you're going to have a successful volunteer team. Go ahead and do a walk around your building. Look at the weather stripping on your doors, on your windows. Look at lights during the day and at night that are on in different areas of your church. Are those areas being used? Is there a necessity that those should always be burning? Look at investing in sensors, motion sensors, and timers for your exterior. So those are just some of the ways that you can quickly save money on your bottom line. There's many more things as you get to know your facility. Things like doing a deeper dive into your vendor management system and seeing what you're paying for. But those are some quick ways to identify. So I hope that you'll take that time, go through your facility, and save some money. Good luck.